I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Mustang family. Today is number 15th. I'm Micah.
And I'm Anthony, and we will be your hosts for today.
Hello, Mustangs. So, 11 classes that were on time throughout this whole entire month were Mrs. Allenbaugh, Mrs. Berry, Bizak, Mr. Kaplan, Miss Bermudez, Mrs. Hotai, Mrs. Moore, Mr. Murphy, Miss Narula, Mr. Northcutt, and Mrs. Zer. The teachers that I stated will not always be in the student zone throughout this whole entire week and throughout December. Hey Mustangs, in Google Classroom, there's going to be a new survey for the new Fall Fest. Technically, it's like a field day. And number 2, you should already have your school ID by now. And if you do have it, if you want to get an equipment, like during lunch, you have to use your school ID, give it to the person who checks out the ball. And yeah, so you have to always do that. Back to what I was saying about the survey. In Google Classroom, there's a Fall Fest survey. It's like an upcoming field day. And make sure to mark whatever you want to do, because that is like your option or like a choice. And yeah, so that's all I have to say for the morning news.
Let's go see what's happening at lunch.
What's up, Mustangs? Lunch just got a little bit more interesting. Let's go check this out with Mr. Posner.
Sport at lunch, we started with Foursquare. Then we moved on to basketball for the 8th graders. We are now into our basketball tournament for the 6th and 7th graders, their first lunch. There are a few 8th graders out here. We have done football out on the field for second lunch, and we have started a little bit of volleyball as well. We are out here to give you as a student the opportunity to have fun and compete. If you are seeing a sport that you are interested in, please, please, please come out here. Please talk to me, talk to government, and we'll get you involved. But if there's a sport that you haven't seen and you want to see again, come see me and we'll get that sport out. I'm open to hearing any requests, so I am willing. If you have a sport that you would like to see represented on campus, I'm willing to hear it. Congratulations on your win. We got our first tournament winner. And I'll take any suggestions that we get, and I will create tournaments for that. That's my job during lunch, is to give you tournaments to play. So we will continue all year long. Most of the time we do about a week-long tournament or a week of playing that sport. I come out here for 3 days during that week. If it's tournament, I'm out here for all 5 days. But if it's not a tournament, I'm out here for 3 days during the week playing that sport.
Winners win a shout out in the Mustang Morning News.
There you have it, Mustangs. Lunch just got a little bit more exciting. I'm Anthony Evangelista, and I'm signing off.
Now it's time for shout outs. You can recognize students and staff for being ready, responsible, safe, or kind by completing the Google form under quick links on the Will Rogers website.
This shout out is for Mr. Northcutt, referred by Gabriel Hernandez, for being kind. Mr. Northcutt is nice and very funny and makes my day. This shout out for Mrs. Remedios, referred by Sophia, for being kind. I was having a lot of trouble about being able to finish my art project, and she reassured me, saying that I could come to her class after school and work then. She helped me feel a lot more confident of my art project. Shout out to Mr. Wagner, referred by Hannah C., for being ready. Mr. Wagner is always ready when the class walks in the room. He also has a pretty good mustache. Shout out to Neelab, referred by Mrs. Jewel, for being kind. Thank you, Neelab, for jumping up to answer the door. This shout out's for B, referred by Aaliyah, for being kind. B is always kind to me and always there for me when I need them.
That's it today for the Mustang Morning News. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Micah, signing off.